on S tier?
Yeah,
Lola
Lola
Bunny
Bunny on
wasn't
S
on
tier.
Had to be,
Wasn't
right?
on the
Had to be.
list.
Had to be.
No,
Had to
she
be.
wasn't.
No,
What
we
about the
didn't
chick from the
know.
Goofy
Look, I
movie?
didn't
What
say
about-
the pictures. I didn't.
Yeah, the chick from the Goofy movie, that's got to be S tier too.
She's disgusting.
Yeah.
No, she's
What?
so disgusting. Her face looks weird.
What?
What
Nah.
is?
What
That's
about
racist. That's racist.
what about the chick from Robin Hood?
Which one?
What's her name?
What's
Maid
that one?
Marian.
Marian.
Maid
Nah.
Marian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Nah.
Come
Nah,
on.
dog.
I believe Shigo was up there.
Are you ready to move forward with court proceedings, Darkbmx?
I'm ready to talk about the greatest animated
to
film that's
answer the
ever been made.
allegations at hand.
So welcome back. We've got another episode of Yapping About Movies. We're here with our special guest, Darkbmx, who has picked a film that has no relation to him whatsoever. He just like closed his eyes and like spun a wheel, and Zootopia ended up on the chopping block.
Well,
unfortunately,
it is one of the greatest animated films of all time.
Right, yeah. Yeah. So, like, no relation to you, no, like, personal... Do you have a personal relation to this movie at all, Darkbmx?
Not to the movie.
What about the characters?
What does that mean?
Not to the movie.
Care to elaborate?
Yeah.
The movie?
I don't care to elaborate. I think
Okay.
I think we'll let it stand.
It's gonna plead the fifth. Okay.
We're talking about Zootopia, which is an animated film that came out in 2016? 2016? It is...
Every time Flame's here, she uses the emotes, and there's an emote for Prague, and now that's missing, and the emote for Dark is in there.
Is it the Judy Hopps saluting emote at least?
No, it's the Chaka. It's the Chaka one that Prague made for you.
Oh, okay. That's not my emote.
I think it's had
It is
your name
you.
on it, I think. Yeah.
It's
It
not.
is your
It's
emote.
a Dark
It's
at the end
you.
of it. It does kind of look like you. Yeah, Prague made it for you. Yeah.
We need to do Land of the
He's
Lost
not even
at some
here. He's
point.
not even here. He doesn't even want to.
We needed to just invite Dark to watch Land of the Lost with us rather than
I
like
watched it
having
again
him pick
recently.
the movie. Did you?
It's a.
Was it
I've
older?
never
One,
seen it.
yeah.
I don't think I
Still
ever
holds
will
up.
see it.
I liked it.
But no, we're talking about Zootopia, which
Mhm.
do you want to elaborate on why you picked this movie, Dark, and like kind of where you come into this
Probably one of Disney's best animated
movie?
films of all time. Probably one of the best animated films of all time. You know, has some great actors in it, and has some great animation, brilliant animation. I think they get the hair follicles and the fur like down really well. They've done that really well.
Oh, good,
Aside
good,
from
good.
that, I mean, the story's great as well. You know, the twist villain. Oh, we never see it coming. It's brilliant story. I think.
So this is a movie about a bunny. Her name is Judy Hopps. She is an aspiring cop. So the movie opens with the explanation, like basically a kid's rendition, like a kid's play rendition of the history of Zootopia, which is a magical, not a magical, like it's basically a city where all the animals live and adapt together, and she lives on the outskirts. She lives on like with her parents on a bunny farm. They go to a local school, and Zootopia is like presented as like this like utopia. Do you get it? Zootopia.
Yeah, Zootopia.
Utopia. That's very it's very on the nose. About, and basically she wants to be the first rabbit cop, and everyone underestimates her, including her parents, because she's not
bunnies.
Because they're bunnies, and cops are normally like cop work is normally reserved to the big animals like buffalo and tigers and cheetahs and yeah, so they're worried for her. Her parents are worried for her, but she's like, I'm gonna do this. This is my dream, and she does it. And then she meets a sly fox called Nick Wilde, and shenanigans.
And they're just friends.
ensue.
Yep, they're just friends. They never eventuate into anything.
But so the bunny, Judy Hopps, she's voiced by Jennifer Goodwin, and the fox is voiced by Jason Bateman. And I love Jason Bateman. He's one of my favorite like comedic actors of all time. Like top 10. And I think he's great in this role. Like he just embodies this Nick Wilde character. He's slick. He's you know what I mean.
I think if you didn't know any better, he comes off as a fox himself. Like
just a little bit of a fox.
Imagine his voice, and you just imagine a fox. That's what it. That's
So why is this one of the best animated films of all time, Dark? Why does this sit in the top echelons of
I
animated films?
mean, over $1 billion at the box office. I'll put that there first off. And as we know, box
Just
office takings. Okay, yes,
Wait, the first
but
one made $1
box
billion?
office taking. Yeah,
just it made
this made
That's
over $1
crazy.
billion.
it made $1.025 billion.
Yep, yeah, and that counts. That
Which-
counts as
Machine,
being over $1
hello.
billion. And
But-
and I was just say, I mean, as we all know, box office takings count for a lot towards a movie's critical reception.
Quality, like there's a direct correlation between
Yeah.
quality
There is
and
a
box
Yeah.
office takings. Yeah,
Greatest film of all time, Titanic, of
God
course,
damn it.
which is
I was gonna say,
is
Fourth.
third.
highest grossing
It's
film
third.
of all time.
So
It's fourth.
Avatar's better. So Avatar: The Way of Water is better.
No, it's better in that regard. But if you combine everything else, like the fact that Titanic also received quite a number of Oscar wins, I
Avatar
think
was
that would
nominated for
definitely-
Best Picture.
nominated but didn't win. because
This
it's a
movie won
terrible
Best
movie,
Animated Feature that
directed
year, I
by a
believe.
terrible director.
Avatar.
Yes.
It's the same director as Titanic, your favorite movie. It's the same director.
Yep. But
James
it's
Cameron.
it's him like 10 years in the future,
oh yeah,
and he gets worse.
Well, also Avatar was so good, it got 2 sequels. It got 2 squeakles.
Yeah. And then the
Titanic
second one
didn't
was
get
better
no-
than
Yeah,
the
but
first
no
one.
sequel.
they've been performing worse every time. So you
Yeah,
know.
Titanic
And
didn't get a
Zootopia 2
sequel.
is so good that its sequel is actually
Titanic didn't get a sequel.
Its sequel's pretty good as
Well,
well.
except for Titanic, it's different.
How do you feel that Zootopia 2 was the highest grossing animated film of all time for like a week before it was overtaken by a random Chinese animated film? How'd you feel about that?
Well, I think Chinese animated films don't count.
China doesn't.
Why
count.
is that,
Yeah,
Doc?
yeah,
China doesn't count.
yeah.
Why is that, Doc?
I think if anything is in the Chinese market, it should be excluded from the global rankings because it doesn't count.
Right. Okay.
Okay, can we get back to the film, which also stars Idris Elba as the lead Buffalo cop?
Hmm?
Love Idris Elba. Jenny Slate as his
The
intern.
mayor.
The
thing.
mayor's
Yeah.
the mayor's
assistant mayor.
the
Assistant.
mayor's
Yeah.
assistant
Star
mayor's
studded.
sheep, Nate Torrance, who's an Australian, I believe, who voices the
And,
cheetah.
and Tommy Chong is in this as well.
Yeah.
He is J.K. Simmons. He plays the mayor.
Oh yeah.
And Alan Tudyk, he plays Wesselton or Weaselton. Is it Weaselton or Wesselton?
It's Weasel.
And Shakira.
And Shakira, yes, they
Shakira,
managed to
yeah.
get Shakira for this movie, which
Shakira,
is I find
Shakira, yeah.
wild. But
Shakira. This is the first one,
hips
Pie
don't
Princess.
lie. Hips don't lie.
This is the first one. We don't skip. We don't skip. We got to do the first one first. Except for those the couple of times we've done it.
Skip pirates.
Well,
Skip
you
all
can
the
skip it if
pirates.
it's.
I'm still a little bit mad that we didn't do
Zootopia is
Curse of the
not a
Black
terrible
Pearl.
movie.
You went
so you
straight
can
to the
skip
next
it.
pirate.
Skip it.
Went straight to the third one. But no,
What? Which movie did you skip?
You watched
Pirates
the
of the
428
Caribbean.
years movie.
yeah, we watched Pirates
Wait a
of the
minute.
Caribbean.
Hold on. Wait a minute. We skipped a lot of movies.
Yeah, we've done it a lot of times actually. No, this
I don't know.
this was it's going off the rails so quickly. But no, I really like this movie because I think it's a genuinely good mystery, like for an animated film. Like you'd seen this already, right, Tom?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
of
don't know if I
course,
saw it
yeah.
when it
He's
come
seen
out,
this like
but I've seen it,
500
yeah.
times.
I've seen it
I've
twice, maybe.
I don't want to admit this, but I've watched this movie quite a few times. It's one of those movies you put on when you want to just have like you're at a down mood and it puts you in a good mood because it's so
Yeah, because
colorful.
it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It's so colorful. It's got some fun characters, and it's just like it's a good mystery. It's fun. Like they're basically the whole idea is the predators, right? So basically my brain is not working today. Like I'm off my game. But basically the society has evolved from like it's basically like how we evolved as humans. There were predator and prey back in the day. And the society has evolved where they're now co-adapt and they don't eat each other anymore. But predators are starting to disappear, and there's a
That
mystery
actually
involved as to
begs
why.
the question, and this is just a huge question. Obviously, the predators still need to eat meat, right? And they never explain what they
Where that
eat.
comes from. Yeah.
They just go vegan diet with lots
Exactly,
of protein, I guess.
because they can't just be, but they can't. They physically can't. Like cats physically need meat to survive.
They've evolved. Like that's
So
the
I
whole
don't
thing.
know. They
It's like
never
they've
explain that. It's a
like
big plot point.
No, well, I think like the way that I understand it is like they've evolved, so you just assume that they've evolved not to eat meat anymore. Essentially, like their diets have just changed during that evolution. But like there seems to be a conspiracy underneath trying to paint predators as having this aggressive gene still, and that's kind of where the film like is trying to do a little bit of a racism metaphor, which I don't think entirely works, unfortunately, but it is pretty pointed in its commentary. I don't think it's entirely like one to one. It doesn't really 100% like apply to the real world because for reasons that we can get into. No, I think that the mystery is really well set up, and the relationship between Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde is really well written. I think it's really well realized, and they're just really well written characters. Yeah. The other thing about this movie also is it's very funny. Like I think this is one of the best animated comedy scripts in a while. You know, I think animated movies on the whole they like to have humor that appeals to children, but I think Zootopia is one of those movies where like anyone over any age can find this movie funny and find this movie enjoyable, and I think they do a really good job with it.
To answer a question real quick, the guy who wrote the movie, Jared Bush, said that they eat carnivores eat plant-based proteins and insects.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
That's just ridiculous.
That's what I said.
So
they've evolved. They've evolved.
And fish.
Evolved into pussies is what they've evolved into.
So wait, the fish are just oppressed in the society, I guess. So like,
yeah.
Oh no, the fish don't count. So
because they're not mammals.
They've clearly made it. They've clearly made it stated that it's mammals. Mammals, the evolved ones, and everything else.
Did you watch the sequel?
Not considered.
Did you watch the sequel?
Well, yeah, but no, I'm saying in the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
In the first movie.
Yeah.
There's no birds in Zootopia. There's no fish.
I didn't notice that.
There's birds. There's birds.
No, there's no birds.
Like intelligent birds? I swear
there's no evolved. Nope.
Oh, no evolved birds. No, I could have sworn I saw birds though.
Mammals only. Yeah, there's birds, but there's not like bird people.
Yeah.
Because I mean
the same as fish. The same as fish. When you see in the sequel, they have fish, but the fish are not evolved either. The mammals are evolved, but the fish are not evolved.
So they can eat them. That makes sense. There's a thing that happens in the sequel that and something I can't tell if they set it up in this movie, like if that was always their intention, or if they just said, okay, it's all mammals, and then they kind of added that in the second movie. I don't want to spoil it because we'll talk about Zootopia 2 at some point.
Oh yeah, my next segment will be on Zootopia 2 shortly.
All right.
When he comes back on, it's going to be. He's just you're really.
I've never seen that movie. Never mind.
Dude, the allegations against you, Dark, like you're never running from them.
Well,
it's your own fault.
There are no allegations because having an allegation, somebody needs to talk about you. And nobody talks about me, so there's no allegation.
Wow.
What do you mean? We talk about you all the time.
True.
Like we're constantly mentioning you on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you knew that.
Well, that's very strange. I find that very strange.
Clearly, you don't watch the show.
As a Twitch streamer, as someone who used to be a content creator myself,
you're coming back, right? You're making a comeback, yeah?
Maybe, I don't know. My comeback will be me hopefully playing the new Zootopia 2 game that came out recently.
There's a game?
That's not a real... No, there's no Zootopia game. I wish there was.
Okay.
I wish there was a Zootopia game.
You wish there was. For what reason,
sadly, there isn't.
For what reason? Hold on. Wait, you can't just... I mean, we've been playing coy with this, so you're just out in the open just saying it? Like... This is now a trial against Darkbmx.
I'm glad you're in the appropriate setting and attire.
Yes. This is now the trial of Darkbmx.
I didn't say anything wrong.
I think there is a question to be
with what I've said.
had about.
Right.
I think there is a question to be had about this movie because there's a whole segment, like it's very funny. There's a whole segment where they go to this this kind of hippie place.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
And they go into this place, and all the animal like they said that
naked.
They're nude.
Naked,
yeah.
but they're just animals.
Yeah.
they're like spreading their legs and stuff, but it's like
Crazy.
they have no genitals.
Yeah, they didn't.
Which I think is very
Unfortunately,
funny.
they didn't show anything, but
Say
it was crazy.
Unfortunately, hold on.
Did you say
Unfortunately,
I said they didn't show anything, so it was like, obviously because it's a children's cartoon, so they wouldn't
Right.
do
you
that.
wanted to see that
I didn't
rhinoceros.
say that. I didn't say that.
Was there
I
an
didn't say that.
alternate cut that you wish to see one day?
No, I just said they don't. I said they don't show it.
I want to know if you were on like spreading the share the butthole cut of the Cats movie. Were you on that train? Because that was very
No, because I think that's very inappropriate, and I think cats
Why?
deserve to have privacy.
Okay, just specifically cats. Like the other animals, you'd be happy if they
Oh yeah.
if there was an alternate cut of Zootopia that included.
But it's funny you mention like Easter eggs or like references to other things, and this is one of the best things that. What are you doing? Are you waving at the thing? This is one of the best things that I think Zootopia 1 and 2 both do really well. 2 even does it even better, to be honest. But I've got a list of Easter eggs from the Zootopia wiki.
You talk about like references, because this movie has a lot of like references.
Yeah, references to other things, little Easter eggs to other Disney films. So Leodore Lionheart, the mayor, is based on King Richard the Lionheart from the Disney film Robin Hood, specifically.
I had no idea.
Yep. And that's what he looks like. Pop Pop, which is Judy's grandfather, resembles Carl Fredricksen from Disney's Up. He's wearing like the same outfit.
What? Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't
If you look
notice
up a photo of her grandfather, he's got the same square glasses on, and he's got like the
That's
weird
funny.
sort of tartan shirt.
Like and he's like square face, like Carl Fredricksen. Yeah.
He's not super square face, but it's like you can see it's clearly based on Carl Fredricksen.
Before you go through your hold on. Before you go through your
Yep.
exhaustive list of references, can I point out the ones that I noticed? Firstly, obviously,
sure.
Yeah. Like there's Weaseltown, who's a Weaselton, I should say, Weaselton, which is obviously like a reference to Frozen, which had a character called Weaseltown,
and they joke about it being called Weaseltown.
Yeah, they joke about it being called Weaseltown, and then in this movie they do the opposite. It's like it's not Weaselton, it's Weaselton. But no,
his
also
first name is actually Duke as well.
Yes,
because
the other guy is Duke of
Weaseltown.
There's also obviously the reference to The Godfather, which is
of course, Mr. Big.
I love the way that they reveal that guy. I mean, it's a very obvious thing. They've done it 100 times before. Like
it's good though. The way they do it is good. It pays off.
Yeah, I mean, but they've done it in like Kung Fu Panda 2. They've done it like they have the big guys like carrying the little guy, and he's just like this tiny little dude. But it is funny the way he talks. He's obviously got like a tiny little. Is he a chipmunk? They're little.
He's a shrew, I believe. He's a shrew.
Shrew, yeah, the little shrew, and he's got the little like chipmunk voice, but he's doing the Godfather thing. It's very funny. When I first saw it in cinemas,
they really nail Don Corleone.
I don't know if it's brilliant, but it was funny. Like I remember when my audience,
and even his first like line, you come to this on the day that my daughter's getting married.
Wedding.
He doesn't say the actual line. He doesn't say the actual line, but
yeah. Hi, did you think this movie was funny?
This movie?
Yeah, this movie, Zootopia.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, good. That's good to know. Anyway, moving on.
I will say, I started the movie and I immediately was cracking up because I forgot how it starts. It's just like the blood and the streamers coming in.
And she gets the sauce bottle.
It's so funny.
And I love that. Like he's never mentioned it again, but there's a little dude on the piano that it keeps cutting to.
I love that guy so much.
Yeah,
he's playing little drums.
Yeah. There's so many good little stuff in this movie that they never do it again. Yeah,
we do have a question in the chat.
I love when we have questions.
Smushy trousers, I think that's what it said. Smushy? I think that's what it is.
I don't know who that is.
Mushy trousers.
Oh yeah,
mushy trousers. Yeah.
Did you find the film's commentary on systemic bias and institutional discrimination to be subtle or overt? And how did that impact your viewing experience? Dark?
I mean,
well, I think it was a little bit obviously on the nose. on the little bunny nose, on the little bunny
On the
nose.
bunny nose. Okay.
It's a little bit on the nose, but
Mhm.
I think it was actually a good message, and the way
Mhm.
that they approach it is not bad, even if
Mm.
it is a bit on the nose. They don't overdo it. The whole movie has got the undertones of that, but the movie itself is basically a thriller mystery.
Mm.
Even though it
Yeah,
has the message in there, it doesn't ruin the plot of the movie. It
I don't think
actually
so.
helps the plot of the movie. So even though it is very overt, it actually is, one, a good message, and two, it doesn't affect the plot of the movie. So it's really good.
Mm.
It's
JC?
overt, but I think I would say it's overt, but it plays into the kind of the narrative of the film is very, like, it's the way that the world's set up. It's almost like the themes kind of just like fall into their lap, like they were going to anyway.
Oh yeah.
Because of
Oh yeah.
the setup, like the fact that they're predator and prey, and I feel like if you were going to make a movie with this kind of like society, like this is what would crop up anyway.
Hmm.
I think it stumbles a little bit because I think what Zootopia is trying to do, obviously it's trying to do, it's a racism metaphor, like systems of oppression affect different races in the real world, which they do. I think the problem where it gets in the weeds though is that Zootopia, obviously back in the day, like before Zootopia became a thing, they kind of implied that there's like these creatures literally were trying to kill each other, right? Like they were trying to eat each other, which doesn't really apply to the real world. Like humans have basically,
Well,
like all different
well.
races of humans have basically been kind of been the same, like throughout history. Hold on, hold on, Dark. I know you're joking, but it's like, let's not give people the wrong idea.
Oh,
But
Taz
no,
thought you were doing 6-7. Oh no.
oh no, oh no, no.
Oh, Taz,
We
hello. Oh
did it.
no.
Hi Taz. Hi Taz. I love that the one that Dark shows up, we'd get a full chat like
The
for
people love Dark.
Zootopia.
I don't get it.
And
I do not get it.
people love Zootopia as well.
Yeah.
I think Zootopia is the thing that brought it.
Mm.
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
But I think I don't know. I don't like that there's obviously there's a little the little sheep woman, right? She feels like the prey are getting shortchanged by the predators because as you see in the society, like the predators are all in kind of more important roles, which is a kind of weird. Which is kind of weird because then they're the ones that they're the 10% of society, and they're the ones that she ends up targeting. So it doesn't really work because you have this sheep, like spoilers, you have this sheep mayor's assistant who feels like the prey are getting shortchanged in society, and she tries to make a difference, but then the problem is that she's trying to lock up all the predators, and basically she's like creating a false flag, which doesn't
9/11.
really yeah, which
Yeah.
doesn't really, but it doesn't really apply to like, because clearly she's like positioned as someone who is trying to fight for the
little guy.
the little guy, right?
Yeah.
And then it turns out she's just a bad guy, and that isn't really how like activism works in the real world. Like,
Yeah, but I think the
it's
great point is that she's not an activist. She's just power hungry. I think
but she's not though.
that's the
Like she
commentary is she makes herself out to be, and someone who's fighting for the rights of the little guy. I mean, then they just clearly state, oh, well, she just wants to be the
yeah,
mayor
but like
and retain the power.
But no, but like her entire characterization comes from the fact that she feels like she's constantly being like overlooked, and being like, that's part of her whole characterization, is that she's being overlooked, and that she's like, that's where her ideology comes from, is the fact that she's overlooked, and that's, I think, is kind of, I don't know, it feels a little. It feels a
Well, it's like
little like
there's plenty of real world examples of a minority group having control over things like political power, or having the most, or the largest
Israel.
share
Here.
of money or capital in a society, which then obviously
Oh
makes
wow.
that
Yeah.
minority group more powerful,
Mhm.
even though, and that's what you'd say, "Oh, why is this group, why do they have so much political power? There's only like 10% of them and there's 90% of us." It's a real world thing that happens, so it's not entirely inaccurate to depict the predator class in Zootopia as having more power in society than the prey class, even though the prey class outnumber them, because that happens in real life all the time.
But I think the thing is the way that they go about it is they then turn the animal racism against that class when that class, to me at least, it seems like it seems like the movie is trying to do a one-to-one with, like, I don't, like black, like race, like systemic racism against black people where they're 10% of society. Like, it feels like they're trying to do a one-to-one, but it doesn't really work. It kind of gets muddled but then they're also the ruling class at the same, not the ruling class, but they have more opportunities, it seems like, because they're bigger and
I
stronger.
think the real answer is there's another group that is supposed to be represented as the predator class.
And who's that, Dark?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. I think there is another group.
I don't think there is. I think this movie's just a little bit muddled in what it's trying to say, but
I think
I don't mind.
Time, didn't you say this before time?
It does get more general. Yeah.
What did you say?
I think time goes to waste. He said Zootopia, but he said it with like a different letter.
Oh, Zootopia, yeah.
Whoa! Hold on.
Hold on.
Whoa! What?
It's just a play on words.
What is it? You know? What does this podcast become? Okay.
Oh, now you like Jewish people, JC. Really?
Of course, I like Jewish people. I'm confused.
I think I want to.
That's not what he was saying before the camera turned on.
What are we doing? This is the worst episode we've ever done. Holy God!
I want to echo the points that Dark is saying. Whites are oppressed, and we need to turn that around. I think he's right.
I didn't say that at all.
Well,
I didn't say that at all. I said there were no real life parallels.
This is all jokes.
Seriously, hold on.
I'm just taking my jumper off. It's hot in here.
Uh-oh.
He's wearing a wire. He's wearing a wire. This is where it shows that he's wearing a wire. He's a Mossad agent.
We're Mossad agent. That's crazy.
This is the worst.
No, it's not. It's the best. So
Jesus Christ.
I do have a question though, like a serious question. Like I must be a child because I'm watching this movie. I don't get any of that stuff. I don't get the racism analogy. I don't get the systemic bullshit. I'm just watching the movie. I'm just seeing animals running around, the predator versus prey. That's all I see. So I can't imagine a child.
Are you 2?
What?
Are you 2?
2 years old.
Yeah, I'm 2 years old.
Do you have a learning disability? It's so on the nose.
I can't imagine a kid is going to walk away from this going, you know what? There are systemic problems in the world, and if we fight back, we have a better chance at achieving our goals. I think a kid's going to walk away.
I'll tell you what a kid is going to walk away thinking.
I think a kid is going to walk away saying, well, as long as I put my best foot forward and I do my best, I'm going to come out on top, just like Judy Hopps. So I'm not sure.
But that's the thing about Judy Hopps is that she's different than the other animals. So.
Right.
But
why is this message in the not that I care, I'm just wondering, why is this message like that in the movie if kids aren't going to take anything away from it?
Because I don't think it's designed just for kids.
It's not just for children.
But I think kids are more.
It's an adult film.
Yeah.
I don't think, but I also think that kids are more not susceptible, but they're more perceptive than you think they are. Like, I think subconsciously they're going to get that, like. That
they're a sponge,
we need to treat people equally. Yeah,
and we need to propagandize the children.
Yes. You said yes. Yeah, see, he said it too.
That's not what I don't think. That's what the movie's doing. We need to make sure
children get the correct propaganda.
But I don't think it's bad to have a movie that has a positive message about like equality.
No, it 100% has a positive message. Yeah, there's nothing in this movie that I wouldn't.
No, but there's also moments like the moment where Judy Hopps is like, she's in front of the news and she like, just because like she heard something once, she said there might be a genetic factor in why the predators are being more aggressive.
Right.
Based on no evidence at all. Like, she has no evidence of that. She just says it because
she's
it
not
kind
a
of
scientist.
makes sense.
She's just
but she says it because intuitively it makes sense to her. That's an unconscious bias. And that definitely plays into like real world racism, because that unconscious bias is there. And I think kids, when they see Nick Wilde like react like that and go, what are you talking about? There's a genetic factor? Why did you say that? to Judy, I think kids will internalize that and they go, you know what, that's
I don't think
right.
so.
Like,
I don't think so.
I 100% think that.
I think a kid's gonna go
so.
wolf,
At least
or foxes hunt and chase bunnies. I think that's basically just the bare bones of what it is.
no, but like the fact that the movie has presented the society as having evolved, and the fact that they're friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And clearly, he is not aggressive to Judy in any way, like at all.
But kids don't know what evolved means. They just think everyone lives in harmony.
It 100%. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is unconscious. Taz. It was clearly unconscious for Judy Hopps when she said that. Like, she wouldn't have said that if it wasn't unconscious. She just says it without and she didn't have any malice behind it. Like, she didn't think it was a bad thing to say in front of the cops because it's unconscious, right? She took what she heard one time, and because it intuitively made sense to her. Like, intuition is the bane of like a lot of our
but it's also very important to have intuition.
Yeah, in other aspects, but when it comes to
aspects, yes, definitely.
When it comes to unconscious bias, like, intuition can be the bane of us. Like, you need to kind of look into things more than just hearing it from one person and then presenting it on the news as fact. But Judy Hopps didn't have any malice behind it. But that's kind of how unconscious bias works.
But I will say a good thing that Judy Hopps done was she did keep her hand like ready on the anti-fox spray, because it doesn't matter.
Again, that's another moment. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good moment, because if he had been aggressive, then she had the fox spray.
She's also basing that on like a real life experience, also.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
she did get attacked.
That she had with one fox, and you can't just apply one fox.
What if that's her only experience with the fox?
That is probably her only experience with the fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't mean that like all
there's
foxes
nothing wrong.
It's not
like she actually pulled out and sprayed him, but she was ready in case. And that's good.
Well, that's where it gets a little bit because that moment where she almost uses the pepper spray, that moment is treated as a negative thing in the film,
which is crazy.
Nick is like shocked that she did that, but like he treats it as a personal slight against him as a fox. But
it's crazy. So he pulls out his claws and does like a little. And then she just reaches for her defense, right? Can you imagine this? I pull a gun and point it at you. And then you go to reach for your gun, and I'm like, I can't, my God, I'm so hurt that you would think I would try and shoot you.
No. Yeah, I agree. That's where I think this movie's message gets a little muddled, right? Because there's obviously this kind of, like, but if you bring up like the Me Too movement, and a lot of women, they carry around pepper spray in real life because they're worried about being assaulted, or
bear in mind Judy Hopps had anti-fox spray, not anti-Darkbmx spray.
What?
Keep that in mind. Do keep that in mind, please.
Keep that in mind. As we're talking about a serious topic.
Please keep that in mind.
So this movie, it kind of like I think it has good stuff, but I think it gets muddled in certain ways. Like the fact that she flicks the anti-fox spray, but if you look through it like through a feminist lens, like, that would be an okay reaction to him getting aggressive to her, because I feel like that is an okay thing for women to do, is to feel threatened by men.
Well, I mean, it's an okay thing for bunnies to do when threatened by foxes.
Well, yeah, but like it's obviously a female rabbit and a male fox. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, I think it's it's a justifiable reaction because of the way that patriarchy has propagated into the way that patriarchy works in society. But the movie treats it like a slight, treats it as like a racism thing, like the fact, which it kind of is, because she has that personal experience she had with a fox, but it's just kind of like semiotics wise, it's a little muddled, because it's like a both. I'm doing the 6-7 thing again, but it's like a both issues thing. So like I feel like the movie doesn't go into like the nuance enough a little bit, like, because there's intersectionality, like there's obviously like the unconscious like racism bias, but then there's also the relationship between men and women, which this movie doesn't really touch on. Just from an optics standpoint, sometimes the movie can be a little bit simple, if that makes sense. Does that make sense or not?
But it's good, because I think if you overdo it on the theming, you're gonna lose the actual core themes. I think going too hard sometimes is actually not a good thing because, especially when it's a children's film, first and foremost, and you're trying to get a good message, a good positive message towards children. If you put too many complicated themes in there, it's going to be a bit overshadowing the core idea of the film.
I think you've been brainwashed by the media, and Judy just didn't want to get eaten by a fox. But that's the thing, Taz. It's like this society is like they clearly establish in this society that that these animals have evolved past wanting to eat each other.
Well,
like no, the predators don't want to eat prey. Like they all eat fish. Like as time says, they eat insects and stuff.
Some of them
like
do.
Like what? Like name one that none of them did in this film, except when they got shot by.
No, but some of them do. Some of them are very aggressive. Some of them are very aggressive.
Like what?
We're showing in the first 5 minutes of the film that one of the foxes, or the first fox you see in the film, is extremely aggressive.
No, but we find out later that he admits later that the reason why he was like that is because he had a lot of internal anger from like the way he was treated by his parents. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but no, but that isn't because of like that isn't because he's a predator and he has like
I think
this genetic predisposition to aggression. Like he admits it's because he had like self-conscious issues like when he was a child. Like the movie makes it abundantly clear that like there's no real difference between the predators and the prey. Like it's just a label that's been created because
I would say the massive difference is, of course, the predators, it's like
are bigger.
The predators are walking around with loaded AKs and the prey are walking around with butter knives. So, if one
Are
of
you
the
talking about like their claws and their teeth? Is that what you mean? Like
if the predators get aggressive, it's over. And if a bunny gets aggressive, it's like, oh, what are they going to do? Flop on you?
Yeah, but you can apply that to men and women because obviously, like men, just from a biological standpoint, are often bigger and stronger. But that, like, you get what I'm saying, right? Like that's
JC's implying exactly what a woman is and what a man is.
No, I'm not saying like in general. I'm saying in general. I'm saying in general, like like men just physiologically are larger and probably.
I guess there are problems with that as well because I mean the way and this is what I get confused of by the what's it called the movie as well. So of course not every predator. It's not just predator and prey because. You got rhinos and elephants, and then they've got an aggressive predator, which is a sea otter. This tiny little fucking sea otter. And I'm sitting there thinking, how is he like the dangerous one? And this elephant could squash him. So
but that's part of the message, right? Is that
but it's a little bit strange, like sometimes where they talk about them in the two classes, but within the two classes, because it's a bunch of animals and they're very different to each other. There's like a whole bunch of other classes, and I don't know. It gets a bit confusing.
But they're being framed, right? But they're being framed. They're not actually aggressive. Like the movie's not presenting them as actually aggressive towards each other. They're being framed by the bunny who feels like that she's being slighted in a certain way. But then the movie kind of just shortchanges her and says like, "There's nothing we can do about that issue." Like I feel like she is right, the bunny, but then the movie doesn't really address her problems, even though she ends up doing wrong. You know what I mean? She ends up being evil, but she's evil. But she does point the sheep. She's evil, but she points out an actual issue that doesn't get addressed. You know what I mean? Like that. That's where the movie kind of muddles it a little bit. But like, I still really like the movie. Like outside of all of those, like kind of like fringe sort of.
Yeah,
they're kind of like fringe. Yeah, they're like fringe issues. The movie is great because I think the core of what it's trying to say is very positive, and I think it does a good job of doing that. Also, the soundtrack fucking slaps, dude.
I didn't like the Shakira song. I thought it was overplayed.
And Michael Giacchino.
Yeah,
it did get overplayed, But here's what I'll say. I think that song is a little overproduced and a little overplayed, but I think the sequence where it first comes on and she puts the headphones in.
The first showing of it was great.
When we see Zootopia and like it's showing all that sequence is so well edited and so like the way it is timed with the music and you see all of the I don't want to say vistas because that's a very like red letter media make fun of.
You see all the biomes.
But you see all the biomes and like the way that the music swells while like there's all the like the geysers are shooting up, and it's a beautifully edited sequence. It's like one of my favorite montages.
Yeah, I mean,
of all
to
time.
be honest, like in all intents and purposes, this is like one of modern Disney's best animated franchises in terms of the actual animation itself is actually really well done. Which is saying something because a lot of their crap recently is terrible. It's just absolute garbage. So this is an absolute gem of a modern Disney film.
How do we feel about the arc of Nick Wilde being the struggling fox who's making ends meet by scamming people? How do we feel about his arc being that he becomes a cop in the end?
Oh,
what are our thoughts?
It's good. It's great. I think it really makes sense.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, he's a good investigator. Yeah, he's a good investigator.
He is because it's like it's the classic detective trope of like I used to be a criminal, so I know how criminals think, so I'm good at catching criminals. That's essentially what they made him into.
Yeah,
which is good. I mean, it's a common trope and it's a classic for a reason because it works and it's fun and everyone loves an anti-hero.
Yeah, because you haven't seen the second one, so I want to know: do you feel like there's a romantic aspect between Nick and Judy?
No, there's no romantic aspects between.
I want to say I do think I kind of think it would have made more sense, maybe from like a character development standpoint, if at the end she didn't want to become a cop anymore, and Nick made his own investigation. Whatever,
I was gonna say that. He was going to be a PI.
Joined him. Yeah,
I would have loved that.
She's like, I'll pave. Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, I was the first, whatever. But she's like, I'm paving my own way. I think that would have been a little more impactful. Just
I would have agreed with that. I agree with that. Yeah.
100%. They're in love though. 100%.
No, 100%. No, they're not. No, they're not. 100%. Okay. They're not.
I mean, the way that she leaned, like after
yeah.
There's that moment where he's like, if I was a criminal, and which I'm not, I would use this tunnel, or I would use this, and she's like, you'd make a really good cop, and he's like, oh, don't, like, what does he say? He's like, oh, don't tempt me, or something like that. It's like, it's so flirty. Like, I feel like they're flirting the whole film.
Nothing. This is a children's
film.
Like,
they are flirting the whole film.
No overt themes of that.
And then at the end, she's like, you love me. And he's like, you
love
me.
That's friendship.
Like, yes,
I say that to Time all the time.
I don't know.
That's not true. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. God damn it.
But no, there's so much flirting in this movie. Am I crazy or what?
I feel like you are crazy. I don't see any.
He's not crazy. He's not crazy. No.
So I don't want to spoil the sequel for you, Time.
Nick grabbed a fucking handful when she was walking by. That was crazy.
No, he didn't. No.
Yes, he did. I saw it.
What are we talking about? Wait, when?
Judy walked by and he put his hand down. He's like, come here.
Like when they're like,
no, he's just making shit up. Can I complete my list?
Yeah, mushy trousers.
By the way, I have so many Easter eggs to go through.
Hold on. We got a caller from the chat here. Hold on. Go ahead.
And the guy that, what do you think about adults that are super obsessed with Zootopia, like Darkbmx, and the guy that made the Judy abortion comic? Do you want to explain the Judy abortion comic, Darkbmx?
What is the Judy abortion comic?
What is that? I've never heard of that.
Have you never heard of this?
That?
Oh my god. Okay, I need to.
What the fuck?
You talk about it.
I don't want to hear of this.
Dark, I'm gonna bring it.
That's crazy.
Hold on. Let me find it.
Wait, no, I do know this comic. God, I do know this comic.
We're gonna read it out.
You know who showed me this comic?
No.
You know who showed me this comic? Mushy Trousers actually showed me this comic.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember
I remember from inside the house.
Mushy Trousers.
Mushy,
here we go. All right, I've got it here. Okay, let's bring it up.
God, no, I don't want. Oh God.
It's called "I Will Survive" by Borba. Here we go.
Oh, we're getting
It's a graphic novel. Here we go. We're not going banned. It's fine. All right. So here's Judy. Come on, let's go. She's taking a pregnancy test. Sweet cheese. That's her line. Anyway,
there's Nick. Okay.
There's Nick. He's snoring. Apparently, I think they're living together. Nick, come on, wake up.
Why are we watching it? This is supposed to be a serious review. This is crazy.
We should be reading this out.
Nick, I have something important to say. And then who's gonna be? Just text me, please. Is this time? Are you gonna be Nick? All right. I don't think you'll be Nicholas. I am serious.
Okay. Jeez, when you call me Nicholas, it means that I'm in great danger.
You bet.
Oh, God.
May I take a shower and do other things before you ruin the rest of my day?
Yes, it'd be good, I think.
The writing
Well,
is terrible. The
I'm
writing
feeling
is
much
terrible.
better now.
Well,
People
what is
don't
this
talk
important
like this
thing
in
you
real
want me
life.
to... No, wait, this is you. Hold on, you go.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, what is that important thing you want me to know?
Nick, I'm pregnant.
Nice try, Fluff. You almost got me, as if it were even possible. Your nose is twitching, so it means carrots. Are you sure? Is it for real?
Yes, it is. I just took a pregnancy
This
test.
isn't how Judy would talk. This is crazy.
Judy, this is the happiest day of my life. I love you, Judy. I love you so much. You made me the happiest mammal on earth.
Please stop.
Oh my god, my old eyes. Sorry, I didn't hurt you, did I?
Nick, you did it, but this isn't the problem.
Problem? You mean because we're from different species? And you think our baby might have some problem, right?
That wasn't what I meant.
I don't understand.
Nick, please don't make things worse for us.
Judy, what are you talking about?
Oh,
Nick, I don't want this child.
No! I can't believe you said that!
Nick, hear me out.
Please tell me I heard wrong. Why, Judy? Why?
Let me explain, Nick.
So explain yourself. Why do you want our baby?
There's no baby yet. I'm just in my first month of pregnancy.
And you decided on your own that this is gonna be the last month, ain't you?
this doesn't make sense.
Nick, let's talk about it like adults, right? Right?
Okay, tell your tale. My God,
Thanks.
more.
Tell you a tale.
Oh my god. How long does this go? Hold on. Okay, this is too long. There's no way. Oh my god! Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, this is the comic. I think there's also another one where they speak to Judy's parents, and it's like a whole thing.
This is peak.
Oh god.
And scene.
And see, I wasn't
Thank
going to
you.
do any more. That's
Thank you.
ridiculous.
Great job.
You wanted to
Good
do
job-
more.
good
You're
job,
the one who
JC.
brought this up.
This is your favorite comic of all time, Doug. I'm pretty
No,
sure
it's
you
not.
wrote
That's
this.
crazy. That's crazy.
It's
So what do I
disgusting is
think
what it
about
is.
people that wrote this?
Thank
They
you,
have
Taz.
Go
Thank
off
you.
King. I'm like, go off King, I
That's
guess.
crazy.
Yeah.
But
I
why
don't
did you
know.
want to keep
I
it
think-
though?
Why don't I want to what?
No, how come she didn't want to keep it?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. Okay.
I guess we'll find out next time. We'll finish the comic when we do Zootopia 2. We'll finish the comic. We got about halfway.
Can I go over my Easter egg, something which is actually relevant to the movie?
Okay, yes, you can do. Yeah, you do your nonsense.
How is this nonsense? This is actually part of the movie review. We're not looking up Judy Hopps abortion comics.
Well, we did, and it was great.
We did.
And
We're
Lucy
qualified.
said this is peak.
We're definitely
And Taz
qualified to
liked it.
talk about this stuff.
Here we go. In
No, go,
Tundra
Doc.
Town, two young elephants are seen wearing an Elsa and Anna dress. Like they look like
Such a
Elsa. and Anna.
killjoy. Oh my god.
I love that. I love that.
Well,
How many have you
okay,
got?
well, fine. We can't all look at Judy Hopps abortion comics all day.
It's a
I
problem.
know. I
So Judy Hopps, when she gets assigned parking duty, she does that little foot thump, just like Thumper from Bambi.
what?
That thing that,
Is that-
rabbits just do. All right.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's just a rabbit thing.
No, it's specifically modeled after Thumper's foot.
Oh,
foot
Taz, I
thing.
get it. I get it, Taz. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, anyways.
Okay.
The full name of the owner of Jumbo's Cafe is Jerry Jumbo Jr., a nod to the Jumbo Dumbo Jr., who's, yeah.
What?
so-
Okay.
Okay.
Like, if you see Judy Hopps' cell phone, instead of AT&T, it's PB&J. Just a fun little
That's
nod
cute.
with the butter
What?
and jelly sandwich.
That's cute. They just
Well,
it's
I don't-
You
PB&J.
heard about Duke Weaselton.
Yeah, I've already
Yeah.
said that one because I'm smart.
In the little rodent town, there's a restaurant called the Lucky Cat Cafe, which is a reference to Big Hero 6. Of course, another famous.
Great movie. Great movie.
Good movie. Good movie.
When Judy brings the donut sign from the Big Donut down on Westleton, it's the same sort of way that the lad carries his donut in The Simpsons.
Right there. Right behind him.
Yep, right behind him.
Move out of the way. The camera tracks me. I can't move out of
Following
the
you.
way.
Oh, there you go.
It's
You
just
can't
following me.
escape it. The calendar on Chief Bogo's wall in his office is a picture of the San Francisco skyline from Big Hero 6.
That's cool.
A reference to Frozen, specifically its most well-known song, is made when Chief Bogo says, "Life isn't some cartoon musical where you sing a little song and your insipid dreams magically come true. So let it go." Quotes
Mm.
Well,
Frozen.
Good one. Did you like when Chief Pogo he deep faked his face onto a dancing
Oh yeah,
tiger?
you can actually
That
see
was good.
Genie's lamp from Aladdin in the Mystic Springs Oasis. Yep.
Nice.
The bears scratching their back is specifically supposed to reference Baloo in the Jungle Book when he does that.
Right. How many have you got, Dark? How much?
There's only a few more. The coordinates displayed while Judy and Nick are searching through the cameras in the Rainforest District correspond to real-life coordinates to 4 locations in the Los Angeles area.
Which are?
Well, the first location is Disney's animation building in Burbank. Then they've got their other studio, which is the Tujunga Warehouse, which was actually another thing that was referenced. The Tujunga Street in the Rainforest area is actually named after the Tujunga Warehouse in Hollywood. And then number 3 was the Salsa and Bear in North Hollywood. And then location number 4 was AMC Dolby Cinema in Burbank. So they're all Disney.
That's cute.
Thing. Judy's
That's
carrot
cute,
keychain resembles Bolt's carrot toy.
It does.
Bolt.
You're right. It does.
These are fun. On the side of Doug's lab is a picture of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And then, of course, with the when they're distilling the purple, the stuff.
Time's got
it's a nod to Breaking Bad, and then 2 of the characters are even called Walter and Jesse.
Yeah. I mean, that's an obvious one.
Yep.
Like very obvious one. That's funny.
Yep.
That was funny. Walter Jesse.
Yeah, his name's actually Walter because he's a sheep, not Walter. It's Walter.
Did you catch that one time? Did you catch that one? The Breaking Bad reference.
No, I didn't catch that one.
Because they're cooking blue. They're cooking blue stuff. That
I get it.
Yeah,
and then the last
crazy.
The last one I'll go over. So when Duke Weaselton, when they, catch up with them again, and he's selling bootleg DVDs. They're actual bootleg DVDs based on other Disney films. Like instead of Tangled, it's Wrangled with a horse.
Didn't they have sequels that hadn't come out yet on there?
Yes, they did. They had Wreck-It Rhino, which is Wreck-It Ralph. They had Pig Hero 6, which was supposed to be Big Hero 6. They had
good one.
Meowna
2.
And they had Giraffic, which is supposed to be gigantic, and then they had Floatsin 2. And by that point, Frozen 2 wasn't out yet, so it actually hinted at them doing Frozen 2. But they called it
Which was awful, by the way. Frozen 2 was fucking terrible.
Oh, Frozen 2 was terrible. Thank goodness we're not reviewing that movie. It was shit.
And a complete nightmare behind the scenes. The production of that movie was like a complete nightmare for some reason. But that's a discussion for another time. All right, back to Judy Hopps getting an abortion. Do you think she should have gotten one or not?
Well, JC is always been said to be very pro-life.
Whoa, hold on! You can't put that on me. I'm very pro-choice. I'm pro-choice.
Do you think you would have reacted the same way as Nick, Dark, if that happened with you and Judy?
Maybe.
God.
Maybe. I mean, it's a hard decision to make, with things like that. Do I want a half-rabbit child?
Yeah.
So, do we want to get to final thoughts, guys? What do you reckon?
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm there.
Oh, he's ready. He's there. He's been gooning the whole time.
I'm at the point where
he's about a bust.
I'm gonna finish. Yeah.
I'm completely out of it.
I think looking at the Judy Hopps abortion comic made him get there faster. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I didn't think this review would go off the rails this much, but
it's better than it
wasn't my fault. I done everything.
Yeah, I know. I agree. But still. My brain is so mush now. Like, I had cognizant thoughts before, and now I'm just like, I'm lost. But this
is what happens when you are. This isn't a slight. This isn't a talking down to anyone else. But this is what happens when you are genuinely friends with everyone on the call. You just all go crazy on each other. This is what happens.
God.
So this is Prague's not here.
Even worse.
Yeah, it would have been even worse if Prague was here.
Well, no. I would say you can only do this when Prague is not here because he would just do
don't do that.
Some weird stuff.
Prague would have Damn it.
He would have absolutely eviscerated you. But this is a good movie. I really like it. It gets muddled in its theming. But I think the characters stand above it all, and I think the amount of fun it is, how good the mystery is. I think the mystery is really good. Yeah, Prague would have absolutely
He would have loved it.
devoured the abortion
100%.
comic. He would have been.
Yeah.
It would have been like,
No, we're reading
all
the whole
over it.
thing. We're reading the whole thing.
We're finishing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No, we'll do
Miss you,
that.
Prague.
I
miss you,
we
buddy.
do the second. I reckon we do the second half in the Zootopia 2 review. I think we
Yeah,
finish
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah.
I really like this movie. I think it's a really good animated film. I don't think it's one of the best of all time, as
Whoa.
Dark
Yeah, that's
seems to
crazy.
be
That's crazy.
throwing. But I think
That's
it's a lot of
super
fun, and it's a movie that I can put on and just like enjoy myself no matter what. Like it's a movie I could put on at any time and just have a good time. And that's just because it's a really fun movie. Like I know Dark has different reasons why I do that, but he can explain those reasons in his final thoughts. But it's
There's
time's turn first, because
I'm the normal guy.
as we know, the people who choose the movie go last. Go time.
I haven't seen this movie in forever. I think I saw it when it came out, and then I just
I didn't give it a
didn't
score.
have
80.
any desire. Oh yeah, 80. Okay, that's what I thought you did.
80 out of 100. Yeah.
I didn't have any desire to see this movie again until now. And then I watched it, and it reminded me of how funny it is. It has a great cast. I absolutely love Jason Bateman and everything he does. Yes, it has all movies in Pixar exist in the same universe, I believe.
Just Pixar.
Yeah, just Pixar. Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't Pixar.
No, it reminded me of how funny it was. But then again, like as the movie goes on, I remember it just being a kind of sludging my way through the middle part. Like when they get to the ice part and then the Godfather part. Like I remember that part just being like kind of boring and just kind of like we're going through that part. It was funny, but it's just like it took
slows
forever
the
to
movie
get through.
down.
Yeah, it slows it down. So fucking random. Yeah. So that still was persistent in this viewing, and yeah, it's a good movie. It's funny. I like watching it, but I think it falls into that category where it's just I'll never watch it again. I had my fun with it.
Whoa.
And that's it. I used it and I discarded it, never to see it again. If it's on TV, I'm not going to watch it. It's not something I'm going to put on in the background. It did anger me that I was trying to see what other movies the Walt Disney Animation Studios did. And I saw that Encanto was a movie they did afterwards, and that movie fucking sucks.
I haven't seen it.
It pissed me off so much. So yeah, that made me mad. But yeah, this movie, it's fine. It's fine. It was fun to revisit, just to be reminded of the jokes and to be reminded of the hijinks that they go through, and to just not understand why Dark just has such a crazy fascination with this goddamn bunny.
I don't have a fascination.
So I'm gonna give it a 72. Actually, no,
that's good.
75. It gets extra points because it says Zootopia a couple times.
Zootopia.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. 75. Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, I think we all know that this is one of modern Disney's best movies, animated film. And
Not
that's
true, but
pretty
okay.
rare because most of modern Disney movies are pretty shit, as we've already discussed. So that instantly
Turning
gives
Red
it
is fire.
points.
Turning Red
What
is
is-
fire.
No, Turning Red is shit.
Is fire.
Turning Red was terrible.
Turning Red is a banger. I love Turning
Turning
Red.
Red had no good
Awful.
messages. I mean, this isn't a review of Turning Red, thank God. But Turning Red was
Turning
shit.
Red was incredible. Turning Red blew me away.
Anyway, this movie is so much better than Turning Red.
Thank you, Mashi.
Grossed over $1 billion at the box office. That's one of my big things I'll say. Had an extremely good-looking cast.
There's no humans in this movie, Doc. It's an animated movie. It's an animated, so you can't see can't see the voice actors. Like you can't see the voice actors.
I said it's a good-looking cast. Fight me.
Bite me.
Anyway, it was great. And
Jennifer
the themes
Goodman's
were great.
pretty.
The themes were great. I will say the soundtrack was good and the sound design was good. But I will say I didn't enjoy the Shakira song being overplayed. I think I enjoyed the first instance they put it, and it was nice as an end credit song. But maybe and to be honest, I didn't like Shakira's involvement as an actual character. She could have just done the song and just left it at that. I don't like.
I don't
Giselle.
think I don't think she matched that character either.
No. Nope.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah,
Why is she?
I kind of like. I also don't really like. Well, she's from South Africa, so
Yeah, well, she needs.
No,
to
she's Colombian. I thought
Colombian.
No, she's
No,
not from
she
South
made a
Africa.
song called Afro. She
Yeah,
made a song
okay.
called Africa. It's
JC
time for
doesn't
Africa.
know what
I'm
he's,
so
what he's
confused.
on about when it comes to
No, she's
Shakira.
Colombian. Sorry, she made a song called. I thought she was from South Africa for some
Yeah.
reason.
No.
but no, she's Colombian.
But anyway,
No, go-
gist
keep
of
going.
it, I genuinely think, and this is without any other bias, it is a great film. It is a fun film. It's good for adults. It's good for children. It's good for me. It's good for you. And I think I would definitely give it maybe an 83, but then we're going to give it bonus points for Judy Hopps looking so good in the film. So we're going to give another 10 points. That's 93.
It's 93.
Yep, that's 93. And then we're also going to give bonus points. There's more bonus points for all of the extra bits of enjoyment I've personally got out of the characters from this film. And I'll bump it up to 100.
What do you mean?
17 bonus points. That's crazy. That's unheard of.
It's crazy. Give me it at 100. Is that your final score for Zootopia?
Officially, on the record.
On the record. Gun to your head.
On the record, officially.
What am I putting in the description?
An 80. Off the record.
It was in 3 points now.
Off the record, 100.
Okay. So what am I putting? Am I putting 100 or 80 in the description?
Well, no, you've got 2. On the record, 80. So that's on the record.
We don't do 2.
I'm not cutting anything.
You're only recording
on the record anyway.
Off the record is 100. On the
I'm
record,
not cutting this.
Just put 100.
I'm not cutting this.
It's 80 on the record. It's 100.
No, put 100. Put 100. Dummy.
I'm not cutting any of this, so it's
fucking dummy.
No matter what, it's on the record. So finally, do you want to address the allegations of you putting Judy Hopps in S tier in your tier list video of animated animal characters?
Who else was S tier also?
I put many cartoon characters in the cartoon hotties.
I'm pretty sure it was just Judy Hopps.
Oh, hold on.
I'm pretty sure it was just Judy Hopps.
Was it cartoon characters that were animals, or was it cartoon characters? That's it.
It was just cartoon characters in general.
Okay.
No, it was not. I'm pretty sure it was cartoon characters who were animals.
No, it was a cartoon characters, specifically female cartoon characters, hottie tier list.
Do you still have the VOD?
A male one the next day, but this was the female one specifically.
Do you still have the VOD?
No, I don't. Why would I keep the VOD of that? That's ridiculous. But I remember a few of the other characters that were in S tier were, I think
Kim
Lola
Possible,
Bunny
right?
did make it. I think Lola Bunny
Kim Possible
did make it.
Lola Bunny, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Shigo and Kim Possible both.
Shigo and Kim Possible, yeah. Yeah, Judy. That's why, because it wasn't just an animated animal.
He said Shigo.
No,
from
it was
Kim
just
Possible.
animated.
Yeah, but that's why you have the allegations is in an animated, just flat animated characters list. You put Judy Hopps on the same level as Kim Possible.
I put Lola Bunny up there as well.
Very...
Nobody gave a shit about that.
Well, that's expected though.
Yeah, that's expected.
Yeah,
Judy Hopps I think Sandy Cheeks actually got an S as well.
No, she did not.
She did. Crazy. I think if I have a quote for that, it was the quote was, and I quote on the record: "Sandy Cheeks, I'll be clapping those cheeks," and then I put her in the S tier.
Well, that's so you address those allegations. Those are all correct. That's what happened on the record.
Well, no, the allegations. There's no allegations because, like I said, to have allegations, you would have to have people talking about you. And nobody gives a shit.
We do.
So,
what do you mean we do?
We do. We talk about it all the time.
Let's just talk about it the other day.
Taz asks, is Zootopia better than Titanic? Because you gave it a 100.
No, God, no.
I don't think you gave Titanic 100.
Yeah, no, but on the record and off the record are two separate things.
Oh, okay.
I have a follow-up question to your list though. By the ranking of Bunny on S tier, did it ruffle anyone's feathers?
No. Why would it ruffle anyone's feathers?
That's hilarious. Someone would think like you're a creep and a weirdo for thinking that.
Nope.
Cause problems down the line. No. Okay.
Nope. No problem.
No. Okay. Do you think Judy Hopps could have stopped the Titanic sinking?
Oh.
If Judy Hopps was there, she could have investigated. She could have investigated why the ship was, plowing into an ice field. And I think she would have stopped it. I think she 100% would have stopped.
I think she would have investigated the ship before it even left port, and she would have found the issues.
Do you think she could have stopped it
prevented
alone?
The disaster?
Or do you think Nick would have to be there? And
yeah,
are
Nick
you jealous
I think
of
she
Nick?
could do it better without Nick. Nick would have just gummed everything up, I think.
Are you jealous of Nick?
Is that why you don't want there to be a romance between them?
Yeah, is that why?
No, I'm not jealous of Nick.
Jealous of Nick?
I think he's an upstanding guy.
I'm jealous of Nick because I think he's so cool. I wish I was that cool.
He's pretty cool.
He's very cool.
I think he didn't. He wasn't. I think he wasn't included in the male cartoon hotties tier list at all. Anyway, so that
which is crazy.
Yeah,
because I'd put him in S tier. He'd go in S tier.
Would you get a Judy Hopps tattoo? I don't believe that. For some reason, I don't believe that.
I don't think anyone would.
Someone 100%
Who
has a
you-
Judy Hopps tattoo.
Who are you going as for Halloween this year?
I never do Halloween.
That's not true.
No, actually, no, that's not entirely true. Yes, I've had one Halloween in my former career as a streamer, as a part-time streamer. That was, you saw that it was Phantom, from my very first, Halloween streams, and I don't think I've actually done any Halloween streams since that first Halloween stream. So I think maybe this year I'll just go as myself, and that's scary enough.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Would you consider for Halloween recreating the Charlie Kirk Judy Hopps gif?
Is that who that's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's Charlie Kirk.
Is that Charlie Kirk?
It's Charlie Kirk.
Oh God,
that is crazy.
Would you consider doing the Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, you hold up
Judy
little
Hopps.
no, because I want
yeah.
to stay alive. I think that's
Yeah, because then
he's still
then
alive,
Israel would target you. Then Israel would target you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and of course, Mr. JC being a Mossad agent is
rat him out.
I'd be the first.
Actually, it's not.
I love it. What's the J stand for?
J stands for.
You figured it out. You all figured it out.
I should end this thing right there.
You know what? 100%. I found that out one day when I asked him.
Ridiculous.
Mr. JC was slightly drunk, and
if that was true, would that mean
he let it slip that his name actually means
Jesus
Mr.
Christ.
Jewish Commander.
Jewish Commander. That's
Mr. Jewish Commander.
Why?
He's
I'm not even Jewish.
Mossad official.
Call me Mr. Jewish Commander.
Mr. Juicy. I like that, Taz. Mr. Juicy. I should start going by Mr. Juicy. I like that.
Mr. Jucky.
Mr. Jucky. Mr. Juicy. How's that?
Wait, what's the time?
Mr. Juicy.
It is now turned 2:21 in the morning.
And the camera lost me. The camera lost me again. I leaned forward and the camera lost me.
I don't know why I accepted doing this at 2 in the morning.
It's your fault.
This is what happens.
The place is even open.
What place?
The courtroom you're in right now.
I'm not in a courtroom. I'm in a very
business
nice
center, whatever.
little conference area.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't shut it down and be like, you
Very
can't come in here
official.
past a certain
Why would
time.
they shut it down? I'm here.
Who's doing business at 2 a.m.?
Me. I'm on a podcast about Judy Hopps.
You couldn't do this in your room?
This is business.
No, I don't want to do this in my room. I want to do this in an area
With the
where
ocean in the background?
I think this is as good a place as any. And, people have been coming and going. All the janitorial stuff have gone to bed. And it's just me
Can you do me a favor?
talking about Judy Hopps on a podcast.
Can you do me a favor?
You know what?
Or can you do me a favor? Before you leave, right? Like, you're going to end the call, you're going to leave, whatever. But before you leave that room, take a picture of it. So then when we reconvene and do Zootopia 2 when you're at home, that can be the background again.
No, God, no.
Perfect.
No, I've never taken a picture.
I like that background. It's a good background.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible.
It's a good background.
You're never going to see
All
this
right.
background again.
I sentence you to 3 months swabbing the deck.
That's fair. That's fair.
Manual labor.
Even though I'm getting off in 4 days.
For your crimes. of committing.
Actually, it's very,
Judy Hopps.
very sad.
Swab the
Leave
deck, you
behind the
swine. Is that pirate speak?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Swab the deck, you swine. You scallywag.
Tell Davy Jones I said hi.
Davy Jones.
Definitely.
Squid
You
face.
see him constantly on here.
We done? We out here?
Well, what are we doing? What are we doing next week?
I'm going to bed. It's almost 2:30 in the morning.
This Friday?
This Friday we're doing
That movie.
That movie. No Other Choice by Park Chan-wook.
Yeah. Park Chan-wook, yeah.
I'm very excited for that. I love his
sound
movies.
like a real name.
And that's okay. Just throw Koreans under the bus.
And then what's Saturday?
And then Saturday we've got another guest. We got Mitchell Mansfield Smith and his directing partner Heath Whitehill.
Ooh.
They're both going to be on, and they have picked the Blair Witch Project for next week.
Shit.
Yeah,
I might miss that episode. Damn it! I might be going out of town. My vacation time.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I'll be here Friday.
But yeah, so they've picked the Blair Witch Project, which I'm so glad they've picked.
I haven't seen that forever.
Yeah. I have a lot of history with that movie, so that's going to be fun.
You've seen it?
It's going to be fun. I've seen it, yeah. I've seen it. Yeah. Besides that, I'm almost finished the Odyssey, finished Oblivion, but nothing new since yesterday. The Fremantle Dockers, they were top of the ladder for about 2 days before the Sydney Swans took the top spot again, sadly. Anything else?
Still,
you guys?
This still going? Season's still going?
Season's still going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still chance.
We're second. We're second on the ladder. So might be our first premiership. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Aston Villa, fourth on the ladder in the Premier League. So I'm happy about that. Go ahead, Tom.
Dodgers have been doing awful, but they won today. So that's good. Lakers won game 5. In game 5. No, game 6.
Nice.
I don't remember. But
nice.
they're in the next round.
I'm sorry, is
they
this
were
a
going to be
sports segment?
Against the defending champions, and they're probably going to get their asses kicked. So that's
it's just the media we're consuming segment.
Yeah, and
the media we're consuming.
I think it's it.
Yeah. So what are you being consuming, Dark?
Well, as you know, every night on the ship, there's a show that goes on in the theater.
The Zootopia musical.
No, it's it's actually really good. You have comedians on. Sometimes there's a singer, like that. Oh, actually, there was a really good a pantomime group, a little theater company that came on and done a rendition of Gulliver's Travels, the original book.
Oh,
they done a Ghost Stories evening where they done like various ghost poetry, and it was actually really cool. And then they done their third one they done was The Picture of Dorian Gray.
I love that book.
I absolutely love that book, and they done such a good rendition of it. It was amazing.
Probably the gayest book I've ever read.
Pretty good.
Probably,
good.
Yeah.
How
gay was the stage show?
Oh no, the stage show was great. It was perfectly straight.
So
that's not true to the book at all.
We watched the Oscars.
Oh, you did?
The Oscars ceremony. Yeah, it was in the cinema they have on board. They had a big Oscar screening.
Okay.
And then earlier on in the trip, of course, I watched the Super Bowl on the ship as well in the cinema. That was a big event.
What did you?
Snacks and everything, and I sat there the whole day basically watching the Super Bowl. So
what did you think about Marty Supreme, the best movie of the year, getting
Marty Supreme can suck me off.
Winning.
And,
fuck off. Marty Supreme's a banger.
Marty Supreme was so probably I'm happy it never won anything because it didn't deserve to win anything. Timothy Chalamet is a hack.
One of the best actors of all time.
Timothy Chalamet cannot act, and Timothy
He's one of the best
Chalamet
actors
can
of
gargle
our
my
generation.
He's speaking the truth.
I bet he hasn't even watched it. He hasn't even seen it.
No, I haven't, because it's Timothy Chalamet.
There we go.
Timothy Chalamet
I'm
is
vindicated.
the twinkest twink to ever twink on the screen.
He made twinks cool again.
And that's fine, but he tries to act like he's not a twink, but he is.
He doesn't act like he's not a twink.
I think he tries to.
He knows he's a twink.
He shits on ballet, but, we all know that.
Dark, thank you for joining us. We love you, buddy.
Thank you, Dark. This is one of the best episodes we've ever done.
Wait to have you back in the rotation in our personal lives, not on this.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be maybe 3 months. I think I'm still on it.
I'm sick of your boat trip.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to see Lance soon, and I'm going to tell him all about
ridiculous
the tales that we're having together and all the fun we're going to have.
Because we could be playing zombies right now, but you're playing.
Well, one day maybe. 1 day. 3 months. Maybe 3 more months.